Last one moves into line. They are at the post. And they're off in the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint. Serengeti Empress and Gamine. These two have early speed as expected, right to the front, side by side, as they join up onto the backstretch on the main track now. And it is Serengeti Empress from the outside who has the lead by just over a length, opens up by a length and a half by 2. Gamine backs away second, Speech third, Venetian Harbor is in fourth. Gap of 3 more lengths, Come Dancing is in fifth. 6 more back of her to Sconson, who's in the 6th position. Bell's the 7th. Sally's Curlin, 8th and last, 21.77 seconds, the time for the opening quarter. Serengeti Empress leads it 3/4 of a length onto the far turn, and Gamine goes second by a length. Then Speech, who's third by just a head, down to the inside of Venetian Harbor. That one now moves up, takes third by a neck. Come Dancing is 5th, still 6 lengths off the lead. Serengeti Empress in front, 3/4 of a length. Gamine second by 2. Speech is third to the inside. Venetian Harbor backs up to 4th. Come Dancing is in 5th. Bell's the one, still has a lot of work to do. 10 lengths off the lead. Serengeti Empress chased by Gamine, and here's Gamine striding forward on the outside of Serengeti Empress. Sconson goes third down toward the rail and is still 5 from the front. Gamine in the final furlong, now at the 16th pole. Gamine, John Velasquez rolling on home to win the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint. All Gamine. Be a multiple horse photo for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. The final time, 1 minute, 20.2 seconds. Track record.
Smashing records today in a runaway freight train indeed. Gamine, untouchable in the Filly and Mare Sprint.
She was good away from the gate, and Serengeti Empress, as we talked about, was just a touch quicker. But Johnny didn't panic. He kept her in the race, and then once he got her to the outside of Serengeti Empress, that was the biggest difference maker. He didn't get himself trapped down to the inside when you had other fast horses coming to the outside of her. It was a brilliant ride from one of the greatest jockeys of all time, and this is what we talked about. She just continues to pick up that momentum and sprints away from this group. This is a fantastic filly. Job well done to Bob Baffert, Michael Lund Peterson, the daughter of Into Mischief. She has crowned herself as the top female sprinter in 2020 following this performance.
Open length victory for Gamine today. We're going to have to wait for them to examine the results of that photo to see who ends up 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in here. Serengeti Empress did what we expected her to do, and it was to make the lead at all costs. Went for it, wanted to establish that early tactical position. Unfortunately hadn't lined up against a horse like this before she faded in the final furlong.
And it's the difference, too, with having a horse that's this good late that can be as quick early with Gamine, right? With that stamina that she displayed and the ability to not to allow her to get comfortable on the front end. That was the difference maker, and Serengeti Empress does hold on for 2nd, narrowly over Bell's the One, who checks in 3rd.
27953 across the board. Gamine, your winner at even money at post time. Serengeti Empress 2nd, and also as the 2nd choice in the wagering, 3-1. Bell's the One would follow. She would rally from off the pace, 6-1, checking in 3rd, followed by Sconson at a big 28-1. And Come Dancing rounds out the super high 5 today, 11-1. Isolated look there at Gamine. Johnny Velasquez, as you mentioned, the Hall of Famer, he never panicked. He was able to adapt to that pace scenario. And Scott, she broke so fast, she almost went flat-footed for a second. It was as if that propulsion kind of sent her too quickly away from the starting gate.
And it kind of threw Johnny forward a little bit in the saddle, where he had to just gather himself and get back into that saddle and back into that rhythm. And look at those internal fractions, too, for this Keeneland graduate, rather. 21-3, 44-1, 3/4 in 107-4. Not that much slower than what we saw from Nashville in that first race when he was geared down. I mean, this is what the Breeders' Cup does. It brings the best horses together. You have to lay it down and put together your best performance in order to come away and crown yourself a champion. And boy, did Gamine do that today, as she picks up her 3rd Grade 1 victory at the age of 3.
It's a couple winners already on the day for Into Mischief. I mean, how good is Into Mischief? We just keep seeing his name in these lines each and every race here.
Well, so good. I believe Joe Politti said that that's where Serengeti Empress is going to be going over at Spendthrift Farm for a date with Into Mischief.
She does have a date indeed, and she loses nothing in defeat today. You think about that heroic 2nd place effort from her once more. We wish Serengeti Empress all the best in her retirement. Gabby, how about a reaction to Gamine and this stellar performance today?
It was a stellar performance. There is no doubt about that, Christina. And this was a patient, confident, Hall of Fame type ride by jockey Johnny Velasquez. The race was won in the early stages of the race, as Scott pointed out. She broke sharply. She was down on the inside. And instead of engaging Serengeti Empress on the rail, Johnny Velasquez had confidence in his horse to take her back a little bit, angle her out, and then, have control over the race once he put her in that position. She was just much the best today. Congratulations to the connection. She was on it, and I'm very much looking forward to a season that we potentially will see from her next year. Serengeti Empress, ran her race, and I was actually impressed by Bell's the One. We mentioned it'd be hard to close, but she was the most impressive closer.
It's a testament not only to her class